In this podcast episode, Jocko Willink, a former Navy SEAL and a successful entrepreneur, discusses the current state of politics in the United States and offers insights on leadership and building relationships in a divided society. He emphasizes the importance of strategic thinking over tactical reactions, especially for leaders like Trump, who tend to be brash and divisive. Willink acknowledges the polarizing nature of politics in the U.S., where people are deeply divided along party lines. He highlights the lack of compromise and solution-oriented thinking among politicians, leading to a stalemate in decision-making and progress. He points out that politicians often prioritize staying in power and pleasing their base over finding common ground and working towards the greater good. Willink emphasizes the importance of having a clear philosophy as a leader, which includes values and beliefs that guide decision-making. He suggests that leaders should focus on long-term strategic goals rather than short-term tactical wins. By understanding their core principles and operating within them, leaders can build trust, respect, influence, and care in their relationships with others. When advising Trump on improving his leadership abilities, Willink suggests shifting from tactical to strategic thinking. He recommends building relationships with others, especially those on the opposite side of the political spectrum, by listening, showing respect, allowing influence, and demonstrating care. By focusing on these 5 components of a relationship, leaders can bridge divides and work towards common goals. Willink emphasizes the importance of leadership in guiding individuals and groups towards positive outcomes. He highlights the role of leaders in setting the right direction, making tough decisions, and inspiring others to follow. He also stresses the need for leaders to detach themselves from the emotions of the moment and maintain a clear perspective to make sound judgments. Despite the importance of building relationships and finding common ground, Willink acknowledges the challenges in a society where people view the other side as an existential threat. He notes that social media has exacerbated these divisions, leading to a lack of trust and empathy between individuals with differing political beliefs. However, he believes that by focusing on listening, respect, influence, and care, leaders can begin to bridge these divides and work towards solutions that benefit everyone. Willink highlights freedom as a core value that people should kneel before. He explains that freedom is essential for human flourishing and that it is a fundamental aspect of American culture. He believes that freedom allows individuals to pursue their beliefs and values, leading to a more prosperous society. Willink also discusses how Americans have become spoiled and take their freedoms for granted. He mentions that in other parts of the world, people do not have the same level of freedom and opportunities that Americans enjoy. He emphasizes the importance of appreciating the freedoms that America provides and recognizing the privileges that come with living in a free society. While freedom is crucial, Willink acknowledges the need for laws and regulations to maintain order and structure in society. He explains that there is a constant balancing act between freedom and discipline, with laws serving as guardrails to prevent tyranny. He believes that when laws become too restrictive, people push back to protect their freedoms. Willink reflects on the challenges faced during the pandemic, where government-imposed restrictions tested the limits of individual freedoms. He notes that while many initially trusted the government's efforts to control the situation, some began to question the extent of the restrictions and push back against further lockdowns. He predicts that any future attempts to impose strict measures may lead to widespread protests and resistance. Willink acknowledges the potential for division in society, particularly regarding differing views on freedom and safety. He suggests that factions may form based on ideological beliefs, leading to conflicts over government interventions and personal freedoms. He believes that while the country may experience spikes of unrest, the robustness of democracy will ultimately prevail. Willink delves into historical events such as the American Revolution, the Wild West, and atrocities committed by groups like the Comanches and Unit 731. He reflects on the capacity for both good and evil within human beings, citing examples of individuals and groups who have displayed extreme acts of cruelty, as well as courage and heroism. He discusses the psychological aspects of human behavior, particularly in group settings, where individuals may be influenced to commit heinous acts under certain circumstances. He underscores the importance of leadership in guiding individuals away from destructive behaviors and towards positive actions. In the context of psychological warfare, Willink suggests a strategy of sowing division and discord within an enemy country to weaken its military capabilities. He advocates for fueling existing tensions and promoting internal conflict to destabilize the country from within. He emphasizes the power of ideas in shaping beliefs, values, and behaviors, and how manipulating these can be used as a tool in psychological warfare. By exploiting existing divisions and amplifying them, he believes that a country can be effectively undermined without direct military intervention. When discussing consulting for President Biden, Willink acknowledges the challenges posed by potential cognitive decline and the need to manage his public appearances carefully. He suggests limiting Biden's exposure to press conferences and public interactions to mitigate the risk of him making incoherent statements or mistakes. Willink highlights the importance of strategic communication and presentation in maintaining Biden's public image and ensuring that he can fulfill his duties effectively. He notes the significance of rest, supplementation, and teleprompters in supporting Biden during public addresses and recommends a cautious approach to managing his public appearances. Willink highlights the negative impact of social media on society, emphasizing how it fuels division and manipulation. He discusses how social media platforms use emotional content to provoke reactions and polarize individuals. He advises listeners to detach from emotionally charged content and approach information with an open mind. Willink introduces the concept of an iterative decision-making process, where individuals make small decisions and continually assess feedback to adjust their approach. He emphasizes the importance of staying open-minded and avoiding forming rigid opinions. By making incremental decisions and adapting based on feedback, individuals can navigate complex situations effectively. When discussing the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, Willink suggests that Ukraine should shift towards guerrilla warfare tactics to combat the numerically superior Russian forces. He explains that engaging in conventional warfare against a stronger opponent will lead to a war of attrition, resulting in significant casualties. He predicts a prolonged conflict in Ukraine unless a strategic shift towards asymmetric warfare is implemented. Regarding Russian President Vladimir Putin, Willink acknowledges his pride and determination, but emphasizes the need to provide him with a face-saving exit strategy. He believes that cornering a proud leader like Putin can lead to irrational decisions and escalations. Willink suggests that understanding Putin's motivations and offering diplomatic solutions could prevent further conflict escalation. In the context of the Israel-Palestine conflict, Willink predicts that Israel is determined to eradicate Hamas and will continue military operations until the group is eliminated. He discusses the challenges of balancing international pressure with tactical considerations in conducting operations against Hamas. Willink highlights the lack of forgiveness and egos as the main sticking points preventing resolution. He mentions that there are people on both sides who are willing to forgive and move forward, but there are also those who are determined to continue the cycle of violence. He emphasizes the need for strategic thinking and logic over emotions and ego in order to find a long-term solution to the conflict. When discussing female leadership in battle, Willink emphasizes that competence is the most important factor, regardless of gender. He mentions that he has worked with both male and female leaders, and that good leaders, regardless of gender, possess similar characteristics and principles. He believes that the ability to lead effectively is based on the individual's skills and qualities rather than their gender. Willink explains that the decision to bring manufacturing back to America is a reaction to the outsourcing of jobs overseas. He highlights the importance of self-reliance, a thriving middle class, and supporting American workers. By manufacturing in the U.S., companies can ensure better working conditions, environmental practices, and economic stability. Willink's company focuses on empowering its employees and instilling a sense of pride in contributing to American manufacturing. He believes that the workforce is the driving force behind the company's mission and success. By recognizing the significance of their roles in supporting American manufacturing, employees understand the impact of their work on the economy and the nation as a whole. The conversation shifts to the potential conflict with China over Taiwan, with Willink expressing his concerns about the situation. He believes that China may wait for the U.S. to be preoccupied with internal conflicts before making a move on Taiwan. He emphasizes the importance of being prepared and self-reliant in the face of potential threats from China. He acknowledges the need for a strong and resilient economy to withstand external pressures and maintain national security. Willink emphasizes the importance of leadership and how it plays a crucial role in both personal and professional success. He shares his experience of leading teams in the Navy SEALs and how the principles of leadership can be applied in various aspects of life. He also talks about his entrepreneurial journey and how he built successful companies by focusing on empowering his employees and creating a culture of growth and development. Physical fitness is another key aspect that Willink highlights as essential for overall well-being and success. He encourages individuals to prioritize their health and fitness by engaging in regular exercise and training. He believes that physical fitness not only improves one's physical health, but also enhances mental resilience and cognitive abilities. By pushing oneself physically, individuals can build mental toughness and the ability to handle stress and pressure effectively. One of the central themes of the conversation is overcoming fear and learning to handle pressure in challenging situations. Willink shares his experiences of being in combat situations where quick decision-making and calmness under pressure were crucial. He emphasizes the importance of training and preparation in building the confidence to face fear and uncertainty. By exposing oneself to challenging situations and pushing past comfort zones, individuals can develop the mental fortitude to handle stress and pressure effectively. Willink stresses the importance of training and preparation in developing the skills and mindset needed to excel in high-pressure situations. He recommends engaging in activities that push individuals out of their comfort zones, such as physical training, public speaking, or participating in simulated combat scenarios. By practicing and rehearsing challenging scenarios, individuals can build the muscle memory and confidence to handle difficult situations with composure and clarity. One of the key skills that Willink discusses is the ability to detach from emotions and make clear decisions in stressful situations. He shares techniques for stepping back, taking a breath, and assessing the situation objectively before making a decision. By learning to detach from emotions and focus on the task at hand, individuals can make better decisions and lead effectively in high-pressure environments. Willink also touches on the impact of social media on mental health and well-being. He warns against getting too caught up in social media algorithms that can polarize individuals and lead them down extreme paths. He advises moderation in using social media and encourages individuals to focus on real-world experiences and personal growth rather than getting consumed by online platforms.